Just played this clip from yesterday on the Drew Barrymore show. It's Oliver Hudson, who I suppose is a celebrity, and he got married, but he gave his wife a rule that she was not allowed to invite her friends' husbands to their wedding.
Weird.
Now, why? You might ask, which was immediately what I was thinking.
I didn't want to be introduced to someone at my own wedding when I am sort of a private person. So she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to do this, but you're going to have to tell your girlfriends that the husbands can't come to the wedding.
Your face is all scrunched up like you don't like this guy, Allison.
Yeah, because that's disgusting behavior. Like, okay, I understand not wanting to be introduced to someone at your wedding, but then set that as the rule, set that as the precedent. Just don't allow that to happen. Like, they can be at the wedding because they know the bride and not know you. And it's not like there has to be this whole big, like, you're going to be busy. I have a newsflash for you. You're going to be busy the whole time. You're hardly going to see the people that are there to see you as part of the wedding. But I'm disgusted that he's so uptight about this that he's going to be like, don't let them come because next thing you know, Sarah's going to be like, this is my husband, Steve, and blah, blah, blah. Like, ew.
So on the other hand of things, though, if this guy, he is a celebrity, famous, probably has a bunch of money, it's probably a very extravagant wedding that he is paying for.
Okay.
So he doesn't want a bunch of randos at his wedding. I guess maybe I could see the point there, maybe.
They're not randos. They're her friends.
Yeah, but they're randos to him.
Oh, well, okay, then maybe they should not be getting married in the first place.
601-995-1017. He's Kate Hudson's brother. Thank you for the update on that, Jill.
So, I mean, hardly famous.
So I was just wondering if you could go back, who would you have uninvited to your wedding? If you could have, who would you have said absolutely not, they are not coming? Or if you're not married yet, then who would you wish that you could just make a rule, we're not inviting so-and-so to the wedding?
I wouldn't really want to invite anyone other. I would have a hard time. This is going to sound so bad, but I would have a hard time inviting anyone's family because, like, I wouldn't really want to invite my family, which means I also wouldn't want whoever I'm getting married to's family there either.
Okay.
Like, just the closest of close friends. Maybe like 5 people are invited.
Okay. So that's going to be, you're like an outlier. Like, whenever you see like a plot of data points and then you see the one weird one all the way out here, you're the one weird one who's all the way out here. But it reminds me a little bit one time, and I don't remember if this was my family or a friend's family, so if anybody in my family is listening, don't get mad at me. Like, I'm not talking about you. But I remember somebody said that there were no family members who had +1s if they were not married. Like, in order to bring a +1 to the wedding, you got to be married. And honestly, if you're a family member at that point, you're going to know other people there. So you shouldn't have to, I don't think you should have to bring a date to a family's wedding.
Also, you don't have to say yes. If you're not going to have a good time at the wedding and they invite you because they felt obligated to because somebody said, oh, but they're family, say no. They don't want you there in the first place, most likely. That's why they're not giving you a +1.
601-995-1017. Who do you wish you would be able to say, nope, they're not invited to the wedding? Apparently, Oliver Hudson is Kate Hudson's brother, and he got married recently, destination wedding in Mexico, but he told his soon-to-be wife, you know, you can invite your friends from back home, but their husbands, not allowed at my wedding. I don't want to meet a bunch of people at my own wedding.
That's crazy.
I do think it's pretty crazy. 601-995-1017. Who would you not invite to your wedding if you had the option to not invite them? Call or text us. We'd love to hear the story. So many texts coming in from the A&A fam.
Yeah, thank you, Amanda, for texting in this story. She says, I had to set boundaries with the majority of my family on my dad's side because there are a lot of alcoholics on that side. So I informed them you can either show up to my wedding sober or don't show up at all. And a lot of them did not show up.
So that's interesting. I want to know, did she mean you got to show up sober? or do you have to remain sober?
I bet it's both. I bet it's both because, I mean, you don't want anyone getting out of control, making a scene, and then now there's a negative stain on your special day.
Yeah, I thought that this text was wild. It says, I would not have invited my mother-in-law. She never thought of it as gaining a daughter, just that I took her son.
Oh.
I was curious if she is still with that son. She says, yes, 20 years. She still doesn't talk to or acknowledge me.
That's tough. I would have a hard time being with a guy like that because I would always be worried, like, if that's how the mom is he always going to side with his mom?
Leslie said, this is why I'm having a wedding and an after party.
Amazing.
There you go.
Oh, I love this text from Adrian. She says, I didn't have a wedding, but I would have uninvited the groom if I had known better back then.
Oh my gosh. And I thought this text from Chloe was so good. I was hoping that she could call, but I guess she can't. She says, my drill sergeant dad cannot come to my wedding because I know I'm going to be running late. And the moment we're behind, he's annoyed, so he can just stay at home.
That's crazy. Like, you can't cool it for one day when it's not your day.
Yeah.
You can't lay off the drill sergeant attitude for one day, dude, that has nothing to do with you.
I am so curious, though. Does her dad know that he's not invited to the wedding?
He's going to find out.
Is that going to be a little surprise?
Adam and Allison in the morning.